Hey everybody, this is Rainbow Reviews. Today I'm going to be reviewing Infinity Train Book 3B. So this is the second half of the book or season, and this is going to be a bit of a spoiler review. Again, this is just going to be a short video telling you about my impressions. I'm not going to go over the entire story because you should really go watch this on HBO Max. It's such a good show. So I thought these last 5 episodes to the season slash book, this was a great end to the season. I really enjoyed this season in general. I think book 2 might still be my favorite, but it just barely edges it out. Book 3 and book 1 are tied, in my opinion, and they follow close behind book 2. Book 2's ending was just so great and amazing. So in this season, I really wasn't expecting a couple of things, but I was pleasantly surprised by them. Number 1, we didn't even really find out what Hazel is. In my last Infinity Train video, I speculated on what she might be, and the show didn't completely debunk everything that I theorized about, but it didn't debunk or confirm or whatever, and I was really surprised that we didn't even find out exactly what she is. Another thing I was surprised by was, spoiler alert, Simon dies, and I was kind of expecting he was gonna die. He killed Tuba, makes him a pretty irredeemable character at this point, but his death was so much more graphic than any of the deaths in the other seasons. And I really liked that they can go this far, because the show's not on Cartoon Network anymore, technically. And I really did like how they brought Amelia back. I really hope that if we get a book 4, it's about Amelia and Hazel, who left Grace and Simon at the end of one of the episodes. And, I mean, just imagine a book with her as the main character. She was such a compelling character in the first book, and in this book, she's even more interesting. She apparently works for 1-1 now to try to get her number down, to try and make a recompense for what she did wrong. I really like that concept, and I really hope we get to see more of her if there's a book 4. And this season was definitely the most emotional of the 3. We had Tuba's death and Simon's death, so that's already 2 big deaths, which I think is the most we've had out of any season. Every Infinity Train season has had at least 1, and this one had 2, and I really wasn't expecting that either, but it was cool. Also, the music in this book, especially in the last episode of this book, it was really, really good. I keep humming that tune, and it's just, the music in this book was top notch, and I really hope that if they make another book, they keep this streak going. I only had one tiny gripe with this book. It's really small, though. My only gripe with this book is that we didn't learn a lot more about how the train works. That was a big staple of the other 2 books. In the first book, we learned about the conductor and Amelia, and really, the orbs, how they worked and how they can change the environment. In book 2, we learned about, the tape car, the number car. That was all really cool stuff. And we did learn a little bit about this. In this book, we learned about how train cars can be ejected if 1-1 thinks they're wrong, like the unfinished car. So we did learn that, but we didn't learn a whole lot more. We didn't get any, huge revelations, but that's okay. Like I said, small nitpick, If they did a book 4 with Amelia as the main character, we would get some more lore clues about how the train works. So I think book 2 is overall still my favorite, but book 3 follows close behind. Overall, in general, I really enjoyed book 3, and I'm really glad Infinity Train came back. We all need something to watch during these tough times, and it was really nice to come back to this show that I know knocks out of the park every single time. So yeah, I loved Infinity Train book 3, and I really want there to be a book 4. So if you like the show too, if you've seen it, if you haven't seen it, I would go try and do anything to support it. Make another YouTube video, tweet about it, whatever you want to do. We really need more Infinity Train. It's such a good show. So let me know in the comments if you've seen Infinity Train book 3 and if you want to see book 4. If it does come out, I will review it to be sure. So yeah, thanks for watching.